This is a special badge. Open the lid. There's a bloody fingerprint printed inside. This is the blood chamber that the killer built with his soul. Once the blood mark is pressed, the only way to get rid of it is to pay with your life. Now this man came to John with this badge. This is the favor John owed him before he retired. Anthony wants him to do something for himself, but John politely refused on the grounds of retirement, and this directly angered the other party. Anthony walking out the door, pick up the howitzer that has been prepared. They started shooting at John's house. We didn't stop until the house was completely destroyed. Looking at the house burning in front of me, John was furious. I wanted to retire to the rivers, but some people think it's too long. Then he took Xiaohu to the Continental Hotel. Found the hotelier Winston. Winston told him there were 2 iron laws he had to obey. One is that all mainland hotels cannot kill people. The other one on the bloodthirsty badge must be executed. Otherwise, they will be hunted down by John wants revenge. Also help Anthony complete the bloody mission first. And his request was for John to commit suicide, so he can successfully inherit the position of gang leader. In order to complete the task smoothly, John first went to a tailor's shop. An ultra-thin bulletproof material has been developed. Not only can it perfectly cover the whole body, and it worked surprisingly well. John asked them to create a full-body bulletproof suit. Then he went to the weapon shop again. Good afternoon, Mr. Wick. Here you can buy the most advanced weapons in the world. In order to prepare for the upcoming large-scale battle, the boss first recommended 2 Glocks for him. This gun is highly accurate. Fast form change is very suitable for actual combat. Then there's an AR-15 with an expanded magazine. Submachine gun, light body, fast rate of fire and equipped with a low X mirror. Finally, it is suitable for fighting in confined spaces. 4-line gun. The word sums up the lethality. Then in order to be able to infiltrate the heavily guarded castle, he also bought a topographic map of the castle. When everything is ready, the time has just arrived at the star-raising handover ceremony. At night he sneaked into the castle along the underpass. In order to ensure that he can escape smoothly after the mission, he will load the shotgun with ammunition, hidden on a high platform, then reload. Submachine gun with safety open, put it on the corner behind the stall. Then he followed the woman's position all the way, decisively chose to attack at the best opportunity. The woman is still dressing herself for a second. The next second, I found the figure in the night demon appear, and the woman was overwhelmed. Pressure panic. She couldn't help but ask. And the woman was not surprised. Apparently he had long known that Anthony was ambitious, but as a gangster sister, it has its own way of life. Women choose to die in their own way. I saw him stripping off all his clothes in front of John, and take a long cut on your arms. Lying in the bath waiting for life to pass. Soon the woman's blood was completely drained. John also took a shot at the island. After completing the task, he actually walked out. Unfortunately, he was discovered by the woman's bodyguard. The imprisonment of the top killer made the two immediately on alert. The next second simultaneously draws the gun, but because of the bulletproof suit, neither side was injured. John seized the moment and began to flee. Now, the best option is to use the crowd as a cover. Therefore, he did not hesitate. Jump into the crowd. Any enemy who dares to take the initiative were killed by him in an instant. After breaking out, he switches clips very quickly. Action flows. After killing several enemies in front of him, he hurried towards the underground passage. Just as he was changing magazines, the guard has arrived. In crisis, he jumped to the top. Shoot first. But also because of the obstruction of these two guards. As a result, his whereabouts were discovered. John's exceptional fighting skills and excellent shooting ability successfully killed all the guards who came on the spot. Then he used the rock as a cover to evade capture, but just when he thought he had escaped. But he met the person he least wanted to see, because the mute woman in front of her is Anthony's subordinate. Turns out he asked John to assassinate his own sister. Once the task is completed, he's going to kill. John, who understood, quickly pulled up his bullet. Protect your head, and you start running and fighting. Quick retreat, all the way to the previous location where the submachine gun was stored. Just started to fight back. I saw him quickly carry the weapon on his hips, then aim at the position of the light and start shooting like crazy. Soon destroy all the enemies behind him, but there are too many enemies. Soon the submachine gun bullets were exhausted. John quickly switches pistols to launch a counterattack. Replace the magazine with the speed of lightning. With the corpses of the enemy everywhere, the newly replaced bullets are exhausted again. In crisis, he just threw the gun out. Seamless connection. Pull out the pistol and take out the opponent. Then quickly came to the location where the shotgun was stored. He first mounted all the bullets on his waist, then started killing everywhere. Quickly reload bullets with one hand, except for the shotgun. All the way, he blocked killing guards and bullets. Start following established escape routes. Go for the exit, until the last spare bullet is exhausted. He took out the last enemy with a pistol. John has finally arrived at the exit location. Exhausted, he was about to rush back to the hotel. Suddenly a car appeared, and he flew right out. It was the bodyguard who had found him earlier, to avenge his master. He kept aiming at John's head, but they were both used by the other party to avoid the car. John, who ran out of bullets, a lunge came in front of him. The two began a close hand-to-hand combat on the fist. But John was already physically and mentally exhausted. The shoulder fell in the street. After a big fight, he rushed towards the hotel, but the bodyguard still refuses to give up. John suddenly saw the stairs at his feet. He suddenly remembered the long-lost invincible Hot Wheels. Come down this way. Both of them almost so tiny, but the bodyguard at the center attacked again. The two are fighting again, in battle, and they just smashed the window into the room. As the two turned to look, I just found they have arrived at the Continental Hotel. In light of the iron rule that mainland hotels are both not allowed to can only temporarily stop. Back in his hotel room, John was getting ready to Suddenly a phone call came in. Anthony was just trying to persuade him to work John for just himself. Hung up the phone. Since it can't be used by then deal with it. He immediately called the killer headquarters, issued a bounty of up to $7 million. Accompanied by the input of various instructions. The whole killer world. They all received this text message one after another. Their suicide target was John.